Welcome, folks. It's the Primetime Feline. In this one, I proudly present to you 5 alter egos that I would like added into EA UFC 5. Starting off with number 1, Jorge Masvidal. Let's go. I'm talking about the 2014 to 2017 era shaved head game bred. You know what I'm talking about? That EA UFC 3 model of game bred. You can chuck him in lightweight, you can chuck him in welterweight, it doesn't really matter. And there's actually going to be 6 on this list because I'm chucking in a bonus one right now. We got the backyard in UFC 5, we had it in UFC 4 too. So why not chuck in the ponytail alter ego of Jorge Masvidal? I think that would be so sick. He was billed at 175 at those welterweight fights, so he'd probably be a welterweight little ponytail in the denim shorts, man. I think that would be such a sick addition. Number 2, my man, the Reaper, Robert Whittaker. 170-pound edition, the Ultimate Fighter winner edition. That's what I'm saying. Now, can you believe Robert Whittaker has been fighting in the UFC since 2012? He's been the champion. He's done a lot of stuff in his tenure in the UFC, and I would be remiss if we didn't get him in there as the Ultimate Fighter winner. 170 pounds, OG Bobby Knuckles, the Reaper, with the little Van Dyke facial hair that he used to have going on before he, grew it out all fully. I think it would be sick beating people up with the Reaper, the young Reaper. Let's go. Number 3. Luke Rockhold. Oh yeah, if you were watching MMA when Luke was kind of surging and he was in his prime, he was a different type of martial artist. He was so sick to watch, and I'll never forget the inverted reverse body lock, Kimura triangle, whatever the frick it was that he hit on Tim Boetsch. Amazing, blew my mind. I still don't know how he pulled it off. And this bearded Luke Rockhold that we got in the game, man, it's not hitting for me. It just is not hitting for me. Get me that clean-shaved Luke, that young Luke, that hungry, summertime surf swag, California young Luke Rockhold. Let's go. Number 4, Daniel DC Cormier. Let's get him in at heavyweight. He was such a sick heavyweight, completely different to all the others with his amazing wrestling. He was so fast, super fast. And like Luke Rockhold, he debuted in the UFC 2013. They both had big tenures with the company. They both held belts. And they both fought in 2 different weight classes. So I think a heavyweight DC, that would be different. And that's something that definitely needs to be added into EA UFC 5. Last one, number 5. This one might be a bit of a surprise to you guys, but I am picking the dream catcher, Gegard Mousasi. He was a top contender at middleweight for his whole time in the UFC. From 2013 to 2017, he racked up 12 fights in the UFC. So he's a frequent fighter, fighting the top guys, heaps of mad wins. Dan Henderson, Vitor Belfort, Chris Weidman, Thiago Santos, who had that sick fight with John Jones. I mean, Gegard Mousasi, dude, he was a very skilled middleweight, and I think he deserves a spot in the game. What do you guys think? Let's get him in there. I might make another one in a few months, guys, but they're my 5 alter egos that I would like to see added. I know a lot of people have a lot of different opinions, and there's so many that could be added. So if you have any comments about my list, chuck it in the comments. Or if you have, what would you change? Who would you add? Chuck it in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, chuck it a like, chuck me a subscribe. I'm just mucking around with the formulas and stuff, trying to make some content because I love UFC and mixed martial arts. So thanks for watching.